Monster House was a reality TV show from the early 2000s, a time when home improvement shows were insanely popular.
Our house was plain and simple, it was safe and normal, it was nice and sweet, but we all agreed we could use a change, and then something happened that was very strange.
Chapter 1, The Premise.
Discovery Channel decided to get in on the action by creating a spin-off of their original series, Monster Garage, a show where uncouth grease monkeys reworked cars with flashy designs and useless functions.
Monster Garage was outlandish, but at least had low stakes, as no one was left to live in a PT Cruiser turned wood chipper.
In Monster House, an unsuspecting family leaves their home in the hands of Steve Watson and his crew of hop-ons to radically renovate their home to a specified theme.
What do you think you're gonna have when we're finished?
I don't know, but I'm very scared.
But they don't have the funds, time, or know-how to renovate an entire house. Instead, they spread a hyper-themed renovation across a whole house thinly.
The result is less Monster House and more like Moments by Monster.
And the themes are not what you would hope for, like cottagecore or modern farmhouse. Instead, they are more like the options at a low-budget escape room. Broad, unlicensed themes such as race car and mad scientist.
Additionally, there is a loose game show element in which the crew, who are different each episode and do not know each other, have the chance of winning a toolkit in exchange for finishing the project on time.
But before the crew starts building, the first step of the renovation is the design phase.
What's your favorite thing about your homestead?
Is it masculinity? If so, we got the guys for you.
Nearly every single home renovation was designed by a group of exclusively men, and it shows.
I stand in the kitchen and I want to feel like I'm in a garage.
The crew can't resist setting the pieces of gleaming steel into place.
Just gorgeous. I think this is bad. Just so you know, this table probably weighs about 1,000 pounds. Oh, wow. So, great.
While the producers had the time and intentionality to create a full 3D model of the homes, the same effort does not extend to the planning.
We wish we could say the ideas for the renovations are low-hanging fruit.
Unfortunately, they are far worse. They are the fallen, fermented fruit your dog could get drunk off of.
For example, the pilot episode's theme is race car. Take a look at the brain trust at work.
There's something in the dining room has to scream cars, has to scream racing.
Could you literally pull the car right into the house?
I'd love to have cars in the house.
It's extreme, but that's what the show's about. Let's put a car in there.
If you're gonna have the front end of a car here, then why not just have the back end of a car there?
So far, the ideas are all just make it a car.
The men had spent so much of their creative juices on the first two rooms that they were exhausted and stumped for the third and final room.
How about the master bedroom?
Any idea?
Gotta do something in the master bedroom.
But in desperation, creativity prevails. One daring gentleman rose above the creative deadlock to pitch this idea.
Make the bed into a car. Make it a car.
How do you make something that doesn't move fast?
Did you see how excited they got about that?
Worst of all, the majority of the time, these designers get so lost in the theme, they never consider the function, lack of appeal, or potential consequences of their schemes.
Dragster Ron Capps comes up with the perfect finishing touch.
I want a motorized easy chair.
He's talking a recliner that does 0 to 30 in under 5 seconds.
So many of the ideas beg the question, who wants this?
This is gonna scare the hell out of people.
Scott's using industrial hand dryers to create a warm tropical breeze for the rainforest shower.
They're just dryers like you'd see on the wall at a restaurant or something to dry your hands, and we're gonna wire them up. Thank you. So they're running constant off a switch.
If somebody's in here, let's say a Mayan warrior, and he doesn't want you in there, he can push the bar forward and squash you between the outside bar and the inside bar.
How can we get rain and moisture into the house? If they could have a rainstorm whenever they wanted it, right dead center, the only place to sit is the electric chair. And I want them to feel like they're stranded on a deserted island every time they're in their house.
I'll tell you who wants this. Steve Watson. Before Ty Pennington ever dreamed of shouting, "Move that bus," there was another soul-patched dirty blonde rushing through a home reno.
His name, Steve Watson.
His attitude, terrible.
His on-camera charisma, non-existent.
And his ideas, inexplicably worse than his attitude. They somehow managed to be equal parts obvious and dangerous, leaving us to question his credibility. Every single renovation left us feeling sorry for the families left to survive his atrocities.
With a rotating band of misfit contractors, the only constant from episode to episode is the guarantee of Steve treating them all like shit.
And I'm still talking. I'm still telling you guys what needs to be done. And I will let you know when this meeting's over. All right, how about that? Okay. You are killing me. You're driving me crazy.
I also have to think of the inside of the wall.
Shh, I don't even want to hear it anymore.
Okay.
Okay. Everybody, I said be still.
Friggin'
You're a
that comes here that wants
You're a proven hack.
something like
Shut
this.
up, get back to work.
I didn't take 3 days.
Shut up and go back to work. Shut up, go back to work.
These crew members are not Steve's tried and true squad from the 92 cabinet gig. They're a gang of randoms with a free weekend the casting director scraped together.
So when faced with Steve's awful treatment, the crews are driven to near mutiny in multiple episodes.
He's the host. We're the guys doing the work. Yeah. We're the ones we have everything hinging on this. It's up to us, not up to him.
I hate this. I refuse to do this.
His unlikability is all-encompassing and not only felt by the crew, but also the homeowners and the audience.
We're still not really getting a whole lot done except for just a lot of bitching. Working these guys like government mules.
Throughout the show, there are several misguided attempts to combat this through poorly executed pranks.
And the word pranks is generous, because they feel more like when nerdy Drew Barrymore was asked out by the hottest boy in school and never been kissed.
Hi, Billy!
A firm rule of the show is that the homeowners don't get to see the inside of their house until the grand reveal.
But Steve reminds her of the rules.
You want to go inside, take a sneak peek?
Sure, let's go.
No.
No peeking.
Entrusting their biggest investment with complete strangers is nerve-wracking enough without the sunburnt host Steve constantly toying with their anxiety.
All right, so every now and then we like to play a trick on our homeowners. These guys are good sports, so right now I'm going to have this RV taken away, and so when they come home today, they're going to find that not only can they not move back in their house, but they have no place to stay tonight.
Then there's this moment that takes up so much time of the episode and goes absolutely nowhere.
Hello?
Yeah, is this Cara?
Yes?
Hey, it's Steve from the house.
Hi.
Would you look out the window for a second?
Would I what?
Will you look out the window for a second, please?
Will I look out the window for a second?
Yeah, come on. I just want to ask you a couple questions.
Okay. Let's see.
The guys are getting a little hungry, and I was wondering, I found some boneless chicken breast in the freezer.
You found some what?
Boneless chicken breast in the freezer, and some vegetables in the fridge, and a couple of beers. I was wondering if you would mind if we have a snack.
Oh, go right ahead.
Similar to Ty Pennington, Steve is not just the host, but a construction worker himself. He can sometimes be seen working on projects to help the renovation along.
So imagine being in his crew working through dinner to try and win a set of Makitas when you see Steve stumbling his way through another poorly thought out goof.
Another prank of Steve's is demolishing the front door of the contestant's home by way of greeting.
Gentlemen, good morning.
This barely ever gets a reaction and is downright embarrassing.
And it's completely unnecessary considering the door was actually needed. It's never acknowledged, but you can later see in the background that the door is reinstalled in its broken state.
Though it's an unsuccessful, uninteresting bit, it doesn't stop Steve from doing it again, only this time going all in.
You guys want to back up, give me a little room? I think we're in, guys.
This had worse consequences than the first attempt.
And when we bashed our sledgehammers through here coming in the house, we ripped the jam all out. So now I'm going to replace that.
Despite these pranks never getting so much as a chuckle out of anyone but Steve, he evolves his pranks to be a part of the renovation itself.
We got a buffet.
I got a heat lamp.
Oh my God.
Hot cold buffet.
During the Old English episode, Steve decides to take their limited time and resources to make a permanent prank where a silhouette of Jack the Ripper jump scares you every time you go out back.
As someone who checks behind my shower curtain every time I go to the bathroom, this would ruin me.
Steve's trickery, hot-headedness, and extreme entries are equally matched by his affinity for fire.
I'm a big fan of fire. Fire just adds life to it, just adds motion. I like to see a little more fire.
Not an episode goes by where Steve doesn't try to incorporate fire into the renovation.
And it's gonna breathe fire. And you guys have to figure that out and make sure it's safe and done the right way. Figure it out, guys, figure it out. I mean, to make that, I wanna see those flames move one way or the other. I want this thing spitting flames. I want it to breathe fire. I need to see someone flip a switch and make this thing blow some fire. Not once, but I need to see it twice. And that's what it comes down to.
Safety and plausibility be damned, Steve wants to see fire.
Can't just add extra gas to an existing fire without the possibility of it exploding.
If you already have an existing gas line in the fireplace, then, and it hasn't blown up, then why can't you have another gas line that just periodically pumps more gas into the fire?
All of this aside, Steve's greatest value add is his dedication to Monster House style. Monster House style is the albatross around the neck of the show and Steve.
It is a vague, destructive concept that Steve uses as his guiding light throughout these renovations. The term is used liberally every episode to describe an idea that is extreme in any way.
Like a supercharged monster visiting system.
Now you're talking some Monster House stuff. How can we take that and incorporate those things from their native Nicaragua and just make it just monster?
However, Monster House style comes at a cost, namely in quality.
Ed, show me what you want welded!
Start welding some branches and some vines or whatever it is that's going on there in any direction. It doesn't matter. Just do it.
Once this thing is painted and dressed, it's gonna look great.
I don't really give a damn anymore. It's finished.
A normal, non-egregious renovation in 5 days would have questionable results. So having such crazy ambitions leads to a lot of shoddy craftsmanship.
Then he checks his work.
Function test. It meets Monster House standards.
Tell a professional by the proper misuse of tools. That's Monster House style.
The devotion to Monster House style is blinding, leaving Steve and the crew to concoct and execute terrible ideas poorly, like this nasty-ass Tiki God fireplace.
Yeah. Check that
Pick off singles.
Tiki God. That is bitchin'.
Oh my God. Look at that.
Oh, it breathes fire and smoke. There you go.
Why wasn't the head painted gray?
It looks like a face without the skin.
Or this motorized whisk. This jungle bathroom cavern.
This is the most bitchin' shower in Los Angeles County right here.
Or this hideous, hazardous timing belt fan.
That's bitchin'.
At least those ideas worked. In the case of Race Car House, this became their dining room table.
But there's a problem. Steve's just found a flaw in his design.
Yes, it is a car.
A sloped hood isn't exactly the ideal surface for holding a hot plate of food. So Steve turns the design upside down.
This issue could have been caught early if Steve wasn't so drunk on Monster House style.
Bitchin' beats function.
That's the Monster House guarantee.
Steve's opus of creative crimes was in the Australian Outback House. What is that?
My first guess was a marsupial turned inside out.
To our surprise, it's this.
As well as a couch with the dangerous ability to entrap you. The shoddiness is perpetuated by the unfortunate and frequent issue of not having enough expertise to properly renovate a house.
They literally don't have the proper skills covered in every crew. Usually the gap is in one important field, electrical.
Meanwhile, Mike tries his hand at wiring.
I've changed out light switches and installed recessed lighting, and I've done that type of lighting, but I've never wired a building from scratch.
I don't normally do a lot of house wiring. The majority of my job is turning on lights and making them pretty colors.
Eric programs light setups for the theater, and he's the closest thing the crew has to an electrician.
Because the crews were most likely cast out of a Home Depot parking lot, they are complete strangers to one another and don't always get along.
You're holding me up, but you don't see me crying about it.
I'm not crying.
Well, get that
I'm just
framing done
telling
so
you.
I can rough it in.
We gotta.
Bitch.
I'm a selfless guy who does real nice things, okay? And I don't need to have it put in my face.
You it up, then I gotta go back and fix it for you. How much more do you want me to fix for you that you're gonna up? Huh?
Every mistake I make, I want you to come back and fix, okay?
Cut me some steel!
Well, you two just stop yelling at each other. We got something to work on.
I'm yelling while I'm working.
Okay, you know what?
I'm yelling while I'm
Just
working.
Stop yelling. Just work. Just leave each other alone, okay?
I want that welder to finish my airplane.
I said leave each other alone! Stop acting like a damn baby and shut your mouth.
Yep.
Let's just say the worker morale is at an all-time low.
With an unqualified and dysfunctional crew, there are several safety concerns.
Is there any liability here for us?
Steve is laughing, but they're serious.
Shit.
Well, was nailing a block in the bathroom, shot a 16 penny, 3 1/4 inch long nail through my fingers. No big deal. Welcome to Monster House.
While the crew become more beaten and battered, the clock counts down to the reveal.
If the crew finishes the build on time, they're rewarded with a set of tools, the Monster House soundtrack, and the gratification of watching the homeowners gaze upon their rushed efforts.
If the crew fails to finish before the 5 days, the show somehow brings in a faster, more professional crew to finish the job overnight.
Which really makes you question the show's ethical practices. Could they have always had a more qualified team to do a better job?
I have less than 12 hours to move this family back into this house. I'm going to call in some of my superstar builders I've worked with in the past, get those guys in here, and I'm going to finish this build.
For the sake of drama or the bottom line, they hired hobbyists.
This week's crew, Kurt Myers, robot builder.
This is the first time the homeowners and you, the viewers, are seeing the final product. And no matter which crew finished the job, the final product is bad.
Inner sanctum. Oh, this.
Oh.
Come on in.
Oh my God,
Okay,
this
there's
is
a giant-
amazing. Gosh, oh,
We did do a little work back here.
What these clips show is that while the ideas are on theme, they look like shit.
But as with anything, there's no accounting for bad taste. Some people are into it.
We've concluded that the ideal Monster House recipient is either under 15 or their entire personality revolves around a singular interest.
Like this scientist who could see past the total unusability of his new couch.
This is your new sofa for this room.
On rare occasions, less enthused homeowners bring up valid concerns, to which Steve answers in the only way he knows how, monstrously.
I love the fact that it just blows fire.
Now, how about the tree there? Is the tree okay? Is he going to be a little?
It's fine. We put. I wanted to cut the tree down. I wanted to cut it down.
Conclusion.
At first, we believed the monster in Monster House was the description of the chaos and extremism that would define the renovations.
But after hours of watching, we understood that the real monster was not a concept. It was Steve Watson.
Having pea-brained ideas, treating his crew like shit, delivering terrible final products, and pranking the anxiety-filled homeowners, this man was diabolical. And maybe the show was always aware of that.
Looking back at the intro, it's clear the show was never about improving your home. In fact, every episode ended with this.
Until next time, when who knows, the monster may be coming to your house.
Which honestly sounds like a threat.
I'm scared.
Our house, it was plain and simple, it was safe and normal, it was nice and sweet. But we all agreed we can use a change.